Hello dear friends, today we are in Warsaw, center of the city. Today is a very beautiful sunny end of April day. We got a lot of questions in YouTube comments sections from you. A lot of questions were around the current situation with the work permits. As a prelude, I need to mention that Poland is a very unique country. Unlike many other countries in the European Union, it has a very advanced economy, and they constantly need, for years, they need foreign employees because local labor market requires a lot of semi-skilled workers, and local population do not have enough resources. Therefore, they've been hiring foreign employees for years. Before, it was mostly people from the neighboring countries, especially Ukraine, but also former other Soviet Union countries like Belarus, Moldova, and some others. In the recent years, they started to recruit and hire and bring over to Europe workers from other parts of the world. Okay, now let's tackle all the questions that we got from you the last couple of months. Obviously, they are related to the current situation. If we're talking about it, we should mention the current military conflict, the aggression of the Russian Federation against our beloved Ukraine. The last several years, 1.5 million Ukrainians were working at the job openings in Poland. Some of them had their families with them, but most of them were men who were working here. The reason why so many Ukrainians were brought to Poland is because their language is very similar, they have the same ethnic origin, and religion is pretty close. So it was easy for them to work here and communicate with the employers and fellow employees. What happened after the war? Pretty huge chunk of these employers went back, more than 100,000 went back to fight against the aggressor. And now there's a shortage of workers to fill the job vacancies that are constantly being opened by Polish employers. So now we want you to get a snapshot of democratic constitution of the refugees that had to run away from the war zones of the conflict. At the end of February, when all of this unfortunate events started, and we strongly believe that Ukraine is going to win and is already winning in this war, at the time, people had to flood away internally to the western parts of Ukraine and also outside of the country. And 2.5 million people crossed the border between Ukraine and Poland. Some of them went farther to the more western and northern countries of Europe, but most of them stayed in Poland. Men between 18 and 60 are not allowed to cross the border, and they're serving the army, they're helping in the back up front. So, constitution of refugees is basically women, children, and elderly. Since these women, majority of them are with their children, they cannot work because those who have small kids. Majority of the others still not really willing to fill out the empty workplaces because they believe that the war will end soon. Alright, now we need to take a look at the labor market in Poland and its current situation. So what we have is that there is a big shortage of manpower in logistics, production, and construction, and these areas where workers with strength, men are needed, suffer the most. They urgently need workers to fill not only the new openings that are regularly coming and regularly opening, but also vacancies that were already filled before but were left by Ukrainian men who left to fight for their land. In this situation, Polish authorities understand that they need to act accordingly and increase the supply and help candidates from Africa and Asia to come over and start working there. They waste no time issuing work permits for for candidates from those regions. Also, some people were afraid that there would be changes in the work permit issuance process. There are no changes, and it happens faster. So these are positive changes and tendencies that happen for the labor market in Poland right now.